couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shot. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. To throw again on second down. Wilson. This will be caught. Jeudy. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Wilson. And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. Fourth down. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They turn to Taylor on 4th, and he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Broncos at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so,
touchdown Broncos! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines throwing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. first down. Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20, and they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to his
touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turned out that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turned down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Right back to him on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the... They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They